Let's have a property tour, shall we? Bryan LEBO here, and today we're going to do something that we've never done before. So if you're getting deja vu vibes, don't freak out, guys. This is on purpose. So this is something very, very different. Now, last week we showed you this Zenith floor plan by Heron. And today we're going to show you the exact same floor plan. And in fact, we are actually on the exact same street as last week's video. And the purpose of this is to show you the differences between these two homes. I'm going to say there's some things that are better about this property and there's some things that are better about the other property. Now, two separate buyers, both out of the country, both purchased during the pandemic and decided that they didn't need to relocate here after all. So that's why both are up for sale. Now, last week's video, that was on a 0.91 acre, which is huge for this area in McDonald Highlands. This week, this is on a 1.23 acre lot. So while I'm going to say the backyard area is about similar, the difference here is you have this dramatic driveway that you just saw. So there's more land, not necessarily super functional land, but it is a much larger lot. But today we're going to breeze through the home a little bit quicker, but we're going to focus on the differences. And this will kind of show you what kind of different options you have when you're building a Heron home and how people choose things differently. So I'm really interested to hear what your thoughts are as far as which one you liked more. Now, first off, let's talk about this kitchen. Like we normally do, we always start off with the island, and this is one of the first differences. Now, in the other property, we had the island that had the Calcutta Monaco style counter surface. So white with that beautiful brown veining, whereas here we have a more traditional quartz counter surface with some speckles in it. Now, another difference is the fact that we had a waterfall return. This one doesn't have a waterfall return. Another difference, the other one was fabricated, I would say a little more traditionally with a 2.5 inch edge profile, whereas here we're kind of going more in line with the Heron style of a naked edge. That's more Heron's design language, a little bit more European. Again, I like to hear your comments. Now let's talk about cabinetry. Cabinetry, while it may look pretty similar, this is a little bit of a darker veneer. So we still have the TFL cabinetry, thermally fused laminate that Heron puts in all their high-end homes. But again, this is just a little bit of a darker tone. Much of what you're going to see in this house is a darker tone. Everything is Sub-Zero, so it's all Sub-Z Wolf appliances and Cove. We have our 72-inch built-in refrigerator, just like the other one. Coming down here, we have our Wolf double ovens, just like the other one. And we have our Wolf built-in microwave, just like the other one. Now here's where a huge difference is going to come into play. If you remember the last property, they had a smoked glass backsplash, whereas here we just have a naked drywall backsplash. So that allows you to put whatever veneer you want. You can add the smoked glass, do whatever you want. Another issue is with the smoked glass and the other one, a lot of times what Heron will do, which I prefer, is they'll relocate the electrical from the backsplash onto the counter surface via like a pop-up module. So it's a little bit more hidden, a little bit cleaner, and it allows you to have that smoked glass without any breakups in it. So very similar electrical, just sans the backsplash. We have the same 48-inch Wolf Professional Grill Top Series and the 48-inch matching ventilation hood. On this side, we have our undermount sink. We have the same hardware as before, but two things that you know are coming. One, I couldn't care less, but I know you guys do. No pot filler. I love that this is such a hot topic with everyone, but yes, we do not have a pot filler, but neither did the other one. The other, you know, for the sickos like me out there, we only have one dishwasher, no tricks, no Scooby-Doo doors, no chef's kitchen. This floor plan comes with one dishwasher. If you are a sicko weirdo like I am about dishwashers, when you build with Blue Heron, they're very good about making accommodations in their production line. So if you wanted a second dishwasher, they're most likely going to accommodate that request, no problem. Well, the rest of the kitchen is all the same. Behind me here, this is the door to the pantry. This is the exact same pantry that we saw in the other one, so we're not going to spend too much time talking about it. What we will talk about is flooring. That's where we have a big difference, is in the flooring. The last property had 24 by 48 inch flooring, whereas this property only has 12 by 24 inch. So that's a pretty dramatic difference. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room here. Two things. One, this floor plan is incredible. It's the largest floor plan that Blue Heron makes. And the big showstopper is this family room area. And you have to have this pocket slider system. So we have this 28-foot long pocket slider. Pocket, of course, because it retracts into this receptacle. And guys, check out this beautiful organic backyard. I'm saying organic because it's just a dirt lot. One big difference. While this home is $450,000 more than the other home was also offering a $300,000 landscaping credit. So that really kind of moves us to $700,000. Now I need to check and make sure that the seller's not offering the same credit, but that's a much bigger difference. We also have the same alcove. So if you wanted to put like a refrigeration, a sink out there, most likely that would be great for a display and having a seating area for indoor-outdoor living. Awesome. Just like the other one, we have the 8-foot pocket slider return. So a perfect 90-degree cantilevered edge for the ceiling. Just wonderful. All right, now here's where we get to another difference. Coming over here, we have this massive media wall, naked drywall, so put whatever veneer you want there. But I love this. And guys, tell me your opinion on this. In the other property, we had a 72-inch Da Vinci linear fireplace. It was gas. That's about 5 times more expensive than the electric counterpart. But here's the rub. I actually love this fireplace. It's electric. And look, we're in Vegas. When it's 100+ degrees in summertime, the last thing you want is a fireplace producing heat. And that's the benefit of the electric fireplaces. If it looks good enough, you can have the ambient look of a fireplace without the byproduct of the heat dispersion. Now over here, we have our slider. So this slider leads us right here to this courtyard entry area, which is where our front door is, and this is where all your guests are going to come through. And if you look across, going through here, that is the other slider that's in the formal dining room. So really neat. All right, guys, this pretty much knocks out the family room. Another note, like the other one, double height ceilings with a loft that we'll get to later. One thing, maybe we'll talk about in a little bit. Unlike the other home, this home is on a full Savant system. So while the other home is wired for home automation, this home comes with the home automation. So for some of you tech nerds out there like me, that might be a huge selling point. Another difference is this right here. Here we have double French doors for your front door, whereas the other property, we have that beautiful pivot door. Now, some people like pivot doors, some people don't. Offers absolutely no privacy, but this is a unique one because of the way that this floor plan is constructed. No one's ever just approaching your front door. They have to go through the gate, around the side, and then to your front door. So it kind of makes a little more sense to have a pivot door in this implementation since you're not really worried about lack of privacy. So you guys tell me what you think. Would you still rather have a proper front door as opposed to a pivot door or vice versa? All right, coming into this room, clearly you can see that this is set up to be a formal dining space. Some people are formal, some people aren't. I'm going to venture to say that you can also make this into a flex area. So if you wanted this to be a party room, like a pool table, a bar, that's another option for it. Now, again, this is the slider that leads us to the courtyard entry to the front door and right into the family room. Over in this direction, we have another slider. And this area right here, this is exactly the pathway and all the steppers where your guests are going to come and enter the property. So this would be really neat to be a dining room, but this would also be really cool to make this into a fun room as well. Like the other property, behind this painting, we do have electrical, so you can actually add a display if you want to make this that fun room. All right, now there's a huge difference coming up right here. If you remember the other one, the door was kind of ajar. We kind of killed the surprise, but this was kind of neat. In the other property, this door led to the elevator. So this floor plan is really unique in the sense that this is great for multi-generational living because you have two primary suites. They're almost 100% identical upstairs and downstairs. So let's say that your parents have to live with you and they want the upstairs suite. Well, in the other floor plan, they could easily take the elevator upstairs and not have to worry about traversing the staircase. Here, instead, we have this large cavity, and this turns into your coat closet, your storage area, whatever you want it to be. So guys, tell me, do you care about having an elevator, or would you rather just save the money? You tell me. Now, here we are in the laundry room. The laundry room is the exact same. Only difference is, counter surface and cabinetry. One difference is because we don't have the elevator. In the other floor plan, this area right here contained all of the mechanical for the elevator, whereas instead we have just a large cavity. Joking around earlier, fellas, if you get into trouble, this becomes your timeout room. So yeah, duly noted there. All right, heading down this corridor, over here to the left, we have a drop zone because this right here is our door to the garage. So inside the garage, just like the other property, we have two-car garages. It always gets funny on camera. So two-car garages for 4 spaces. We have 2 water heaters and it's plumbed for a water softener. So good to go. All right, coming down here, let's check out one of the ensuite bedrooms. One major difference between the 2 homes is this. In the other property, some of the closets were done like the primaries, some of the bedrooms, and some weren't. In this property, none of the closets have been done. So they're all just naked cavities. So this is your cavity that would be the closet. And then let's check this out. Obviously, this has been set up to look like an office, but it is ensuite. So this could also be a bedroom. I like having offices in the front of the property so you can kind of keep an eye out on what's going on. Obviously, this is a very different type of property, but this right here is the gate that allows entrance to the front. So technically, this is kind of like the front of the home. Now, again, we mentioned that this is ensuite, so let's check out this little bathroom right here. So in the bathroom, very simple. We have our floating vanity, the same counter surface that we saw before. And if you remember in the other property, because we had that 24 by 48 inch tile, a little bit grayish brown, kind of like a light brown concrete, different tile here, but the same general idea where the same flooring comes up and creates the shower surround. So kind of neat, same idea. But again, you guys tell me, do you care about 24 by 48 inch versus 12 by 24? All right, meet me over by the stairs. We're going to speed this up and then we're going to talk about the primary suite. So follow me. All right, guys, now we are over by the staircase and where the primary suite is located. So very similar to the other property. And by the way, did you like that? That was a prank fall. In the last one, I did clip my shoulder. It didn't really tell, so I just figured I'd have some fun. So sorry for the humor. But we have the same floating staircase. Love what Blue Heron does. The difference here between the other one is the fact that we have a pewter, kind of a stain, if you will. It's a pewter color texture to the wrought iron, whereas the other one was more traditional black wrought iron, a little bit darker tone for the staircase railing. All right, now let's check out this powder bathroom. Again, powder bathroom, half bath, whatever. Deal with your comments later. But this is a difference. Now, Blue Heron trademarked the term Vegas modern. So a lot of times you'll hear Vegas modern ceiling, Vegas modern bathroom, Vegas modern, Vegas modern. One of the things that they do incredibly well are bathrooms, including powder bathrooms. This, I'm going to say, is not Vegas modern, but Vegas modern like light. And if you remember the other one, it was just a regular bathroom, undermount sink, normal mirror. This is like halfway. And what's cool is this is structured so you could full blown make this a Vegas modern. So first off, we have a different counter surface for the first time. So here we have a quartz countertop, but this has a pivot sink. So they fabricated a pivot sink here instead of your undermount sink. And then the mirror is also different. Instead of having a flush mirror, here we have a mirror that's recessed in this alcove, and that recessment goes all the way up in the ceiling. So you could replace this with smoked glass like the Vegas modern bathrooms, bring it up to the ceiling. And what's neat when you see them really deck it out, there's this cutout alcove over here. A lot of times they'll insert smoked glass there along with some LED illumination and really make this pop. So nice, but we can make this even better with a little bit of tweaks. All right, guys, coming down this direction, now we're going to get into the first of two primary suites. Now, this is the downstairs one, and you're going to notice when we go upstairs, the upstairs suite is 100% identical until you look at a few things, and it's also above you. So first off, let's pivot over this direction. One major difference if you care. In the other floor plan that we showed last week, this was a double slider, whereas here we have a full pocket slider system. So if you really, really love that indoor-outdoor relationship, this is going to be vastly superior. And we have our covered patio. So I'd say this is about 10 feet. So really neat. You could have another display there, a little seating area. Just beautiful, beautiful. And again, you have this massive backyard and you have this retention wall of natural earth aggregate. Just incredible. All right, now let's pivot over here and let's check out the bathroom because again, there's a few differences here in the bathroom. So we go back to the 12 by 24 inch tile, and one thing has to do with these vanities. So same counter surface that we've been seeing, but in the other one we had tile, but it was Calcutta tile that was honed, meaning shiny, glossy, polished. And we had normal sized mirrors, but we had the accent wall with the Calcutta, which also matched this shower. So little difference is this just has a mirror instead of the accent wall. But let's get in here and let's talk about the shower because there's definitely a difference here in these two. Now in the other one, we had that matching, like I just said, the Calcutta honed porcelain. Here it's a little bit more masculine, really like it. So this is more of a charcoal gray with the texture to the veneer. But where the differences are, while we have two shower heads and we have our handheld, we have the resurgence of the rainfall shower head. In the other one, it was omitting the rainfall shower head. So a little bit of a difference there. All right, one other difference is when we get down here. So same linen closet. Over here, we have our water closet, all the exact same. But this is the big difference. We have a huge, huge closet, as you can see, but it's a naked cavity. Whereas in the other one, they did a really beautiful job of doing custom cabinetry, and they kind of left this area under the linear window vacant. So very nice, a little bit different. All right, guys, we have now completed the entire first floor of the property. Meet me upstairs and let's check out some of the differences upstairs. All right, guys, now we're upstairs in the loft and I love this vantage point. So from here, we're overlooking the family room. We can take advantage of all this natural light from all the windows, all the homes on the cliffside. Just amazing. So let's check out a little bit more of this loft balcony. So follow me this direction because one major difference is right here. In the other home that we filmed last week, this was just a double slider, whereas here we have a full pocket slider, much more expensive, much nicer. Over here, we have a beautiful vantage of our organic backyard. And again, this huge balcony area comes all the way down here. Again, beautiful views of all the homes. From this perspective, I can see all of Sunrise Mountain, just wonderful. Unlike the other one, this wall had electrical, so you could put a display. This one didn't have electrical either, but this would probably be the more logical wall to put the display on. All right, now let's walk back into the loft and let's check out the second primary, gosh, that's always sounds so awkward. So let's check out the second primary suite, because there are minor differences between downstairs and upstairs. Some of them are the exact same as the other home we saw, some of them a little bit different. So into the vestibule area, little noise isolation, through into this area, into the sleeping quarters. So as you notice, this is 100% identical to downstairs, except for the fact that downstairs we had that pocket slider. Here they just decided to go with the double slider system instead of the pocket. We still have a great balcony. We still have the view of the organic backyard. Now, let's check out this bathroom, because we've got one big difference in this bathroom, which actually is the exact same as we had in the other floor plan. All right, so everything else looks the same, but I'm sure you notice one major difference from downstairs, and that is the bathtub. I don't know why the upstairs has the bathtub, but not the downstairs, but both homes were optioned the same way. One difference here is this is a more modern bathtub as opposed to the other one that was a slightly more traditional. Everything else is the same, so we're not going to spend too much time, including the shower. The shower is the exact same shower. Just like before, we have our linen closet here, we have our water closet there, but this is a major difference from the other home. I gotta say, probably one of my favorite parts of the other property was the fact that this closet was just absolutely sensational. You had that wardrobe mirror, you had your makeup vanity. It was just an incredible, incredible closet. Whereas here, it's up to your imagination. All right, guys, let's go right back to where we started up here and check out a little bit more of the upstairs. Okay, guys, so back up in this loft area, like we talked about earlier, right here we have our Savant system for automation for the upstairs, but really you're going to use your phone. One of the things that I love about this floor plan, if you have something to look at besides a neighbor next to you, is this area. I love this wall of glass, but I love the design that Blue Heron did by creating this picture cutout from this courtyard entry, because from here I can see all of Sunrise Mountain, almost out to Lake Mead. It's just a beautiful, beautiful design feature. And then of course here to the left, this is the staircase that we came up to get to the loft area. All right, coming down this direction a little bit more. This is the bonus room that we saw last time, but we're gonna get to that last, just like we did last time, because this one has a very, very, very big difference from the other one and is really neat. Now, into this closet here, again, it's a massive closet, but in this implementation, you always are going to have this smart panel. So this has like your Cat 6 cables, everything like that. But because this home has the home automation by Savant, this right here houses all of the components for your automation, including the Savant Smart Climate System for all of your HVAC functions. So really, really neat. All right, down this direction, this is the first of two en-suites that you're going to see. And this is a little bit different than the other one, because while this is the bedroom part, you're gonna notice this door right here that we have ajar, this door goes to the bathroom. So it is ensuite, but there's also another door because this is the bathroom that's going to service that bonus room. So if you have guests upstairs that need to use the bathroom, they're gonna use that same shared bathroom that this bedroom has. And then we have the cavity here for the closet. All right, now let's check out the truly proper ensuite bedroom. All right, so coming down here, this bedroom is much larger. So this is truly, truly a beautiful suite. First, we got to show you this. I don't know if you remember from the last one, but this one's pretty neat. So this closet is ridiculous. So we'll get in here a little bit. Look how massive this closet is. Again, we don't have the actual cabinetry done yet, but just a wonderful, wonderful closet. All right, now coming over here, again, ensuite, so we do have our own bathroom. So we have the same tile that we've seen over and over. We have our floating vanity, we have our toilet, and then over here, once again, we have the same flooring that goes into the shower surround, and we have a bathtub for children and fur babies. All right, let's speed this up and let's get back to that movie theater that I was telling you about. All right, so the bathroom I was telling you about earlier, this is over here. So again, this bathroom would actually service this bonus room that we're gonna see in a moment. So in here, we have a proper bathroom. So we have a normal shower, no bathtub. We have a vanity. It's a little bit larger, but again, this also services the bedroom here to the left, as well as what we're about to see. So first off, this threshold, you could leave this open. It may make more sense to actually frame this, put in a solid core door, which, by the way, of course, all the doors in this home are solid core. But let's check out this bonus room. Now, I love this bonus room before, but this is much next level. This one's cool. So just like the other bonus room, all the windows and the orientation are the same. You may notice that the ceiling has a coffered ceiling. And the reason this is a coffered ceiling is because right in front of me, there's this cutout alcove for a projection system. Even cooler, right above me here is a cutout in that coffered ceiling so that you could have a projector screen automatically deploy. So this is an incredible movie theater. And once again, we're surrounded by all this natural light from all the windows. We got views of the whole valley. Just incredible. All right, guys, it's that time on the show. So $450,000 delta. Which one do you pick? And technically, the other one was offering $300,000 for the landscaping, so that bumps it to $750,000. So, would you prefer this home? Much larger lot, much more dramatic entry, about the same backyard, but you don't get an elevator, but you do get the Savant home automation system. Again, no elevator, but you get all those sliders that the other one doesn't have. The other one had a little bit of a nicer waterfall kitchen island, a little bit of a different counter surface. You guys tell me what you think. Do you prefer this one? And if you do prefer this one, do you think it's worth the $450,000 or $750,000 delta? Well, special thanks to Nam Lee for allowing me to film both of these properties. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And guys, just wait for the next video. I am so excited. We're going to show you something that we've never shown before. And in fact, you probably didn't even know existed. So once again, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Deuces.